So when last we talked, I said I was going to buy some connectors and terminate that yellow Ethernet cable. So it's a Belden 9880 cable that is used for doing 10Base5 connectivity. So it was actually not easy to find connectors for it, and I ended up doing an online chat with somebody at a supply company, um, and uh, the way you're supposed to terminate these is that you cut off this plastic PVC sheathing and you cut it back, and then there's a metal braiding inside. It's a conductor, and you pull that back, and then for the very tip, there's this copper core. You can see it. You pull off some of that, and if you've ever done like coaxial stripping for like cable TV, it's pretty straightforward. You just spin this little knifey thing, and you pull off different layers, and then you slide over a connector. So I got a connector, and here's the connector I got, and this was one recommended to me by the folks um, at the company. And what you're supposed to do is do all that removal, pull back the sheathing, put on a metal jacket that goes over top of it, and then solder onto the copper tip this additional copper tip, and that would ultimately, stick out of here, which I don't think I can actually do and hold at the same time. But the downside is this is way too small to go on this cable. So I looked at it and tried to wish it into submission, and that just isn't going to work. So I ordered 2 of these, and sadly these were like $10 or $11 each, and I'm not going to be able to use them. So I looked around, and I think I found the right connector, but it's not here yet. And I'm also getting impatient. So good news is the Terminator I bought does fit, and I can use it, and I will use it. But the other things I'm just going to have to wait for. So that's kind of a downer. I was really hoping to get this thing working this weekend, and it doesn't. All right. I did, however, manage to start building out kind of the next step of the project. I didn't build it yet, but I did start getting some equipment that's going to be used for the next step of the project. And as I'm kind of thinking about how to like build this out, I'm thinking, okay, I might, rather than buy additional computers where I can stick ISA cards in them, I was thinking I'll just buy a couple of old hubs that have AUI connectors on it, and then build the network in such a way that my fairly modern computer will talk through the old equipment to my modern network. So I bought this, which is a 3Com FMS2. I bought this specifically because I was familiar with it. It's the same brand that we used at one of my former employers. And note on the back, it has a AUI connection. So I can build out the network using AUI cables from here to the transceiver, and then actually integrate it into a production network. And I also bought AUI cables. So these are the 15-pin cables. Now note that you see how these have like these metal stud things on them? So the original AUI connectors would connect through this kind of slidey thing. See, this is the female part, and you connect them in, and then you slide the connector. You slide these things back and forth. Now, I never liked these. And most people I know that worked in Ethernet in the late 80s, early 90s didn't like these, and a lot of people, and I think particularly if you worked in Unix and like Sun stuff like I did, would replace these metal posts and the slidey things with these screw-on connectors, and that's what's on here. So this is a screw-on connector, and it just was a lot more secure. I don't know that that was ever part of the IEEE standard. I think the slidey things were the IEEE standard, but these were just a heck of a lot easier to work with. So now I can take this transceiver, even though I don't have the coaxial cable yet, and I can connect it to an AUI port. So that's making some progress. I am also, because I'm getting frustrated with this, I had this other idea. I'm going to buy a coaxial cable that has the right connectors on it, pre-terminated, and I'm going to try to buy it in a length that is close to a multiple of 2.5 meters. So we'll see if that works. This is a cable called LR400. It looks like it's about the right thing, and it looks like it has loss characteristics that will allow it to work on a thick Ethernet. But we'll see. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Thanks.